everybody, Jeremy here for Geeks of the Roundtable. Today we're going to discuss the best on-screen Batman. Coming up. Okay, so which on-screen Batman is better? We're going through Adam West, Michael Keaton, the animated series, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian Bale, the New 52 animated series, and Ben Affleck.
Does anybody say Adam West? Anybody ever say Adam West? You know what I mean?
But you know what?
We had to include him. He did the job.
I'm gonna say that he's getting a newfound respect. Like I remember back in the days, just bringing him up, it was like, hey, whatever. But now it's like,
what was the animated one he did there, Batman?
He's in an animated one.
Did the animated film of Batman? I hated that.
No, but
it was so terrible.
He also did
It was terrible.
He also did an episode on
the 70s.
On the animated Batman, where he was a version of the Shadow from Pulp Fiction era. So he was, I think, called the Great Ghost or something, and Batman was kind of like, he was his childhood hero, no? So he was trying to impress him or something. He's like, it was really cool. And Adam West was doing the voice from the Great Ghost, so in some ways it was kind of like a real passing of the torch. Let's say passing of the torch.
I would like to say that, like even maybe my father would say Adam West is the best Batman, but I don't even know if he would say that he is, because he's just so campy.
I think he was just a Batman.
It's
just a Batman.
A different kind of Batman. It was a campy version. It's completely campy, but we can appreciate campy now. No? So if you see it as
kind of made its comeback, campiness.
My favorite. I'm conflicted between live action and animated because Batman animated series was just so well done.
I would say right now, because for the longest time, Michael Keaton, but then
Michael Keaton. Christian
the
Bale
animated series,
and the animated series, and Christian Bale was very good, very well done.
Very good. I mean, I even appreciate Ben Affleck, but I still go for.
It's whole conflicted about him. I don't really think he portrayed old man Batman. As good as I would want
experienced Batman, but not old man Batman.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't think they could go with old man Batman.
Because
you have Batman Beyond. That's the best old man Batman.
That is old. I didn't put that in the list, but that is an old man Batman.
More like an old man.
Or the Dark Knight Rises.
It's more like an old man
Bruce
Returns.
Yeah. Well, it's on screen. They made the movie out of it.
Yeah. I would say it's more like an old man Bruce Wayne than an old man Batman, because it's more like a mentor in there, He already passed the torch.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I wouldn't include him. I would say it's like a mentor.
To me, the best Batman is animated series.
I'd say
the 90s animated.
Yeah,
it's more complete.
But the whole, it's complete. There's it's a flawless series.
Yes.
It's literally flawless. And having the
art.
introduction of Harley Quinn.
It's a modern
as a character,
and she's become iconic in herself from that series,
which that's in itself is an achievement.
Yeah. So. The thing is, they did the perfect merge of noir from the original, all the blackness from the original comic books, the 30s, and why is New York is called Gotham.
Time. Yes, but
in a modern way. But you still see those, and all this noir and blackness was part of the city itself.
Yes.
Even during the day, you see shadows. It's well made. Batman was hardcore when he had to be hardcore and dark, but there were moments where he was human, which DC movies can manage to bring it. They always go too hardcore on him, life is real. I didn't want to bring reality. I understand that, but I think they don't capture the humanity of Batman. That
when you say Ben Affleck, you think of him as his portrayal of old man Batman in Dawn of Justice and stuff like that, right? But him at that look is what Christian Bale should have been at the ending of the Bane one type of idea, right? The Dark Knight Rises. That's him at that age, you know what I mean? Midlife Batman, where Christian Bale is kind of like younger Batman off of Batman Begins and stuff like that, right? Totally buy that. That would have been midlife, and then. But this whole Dawn of Justice, we needed an older Batman against, because that's how Superman and Batman fight. They were old.
He was the first one. He was trying to collect everybody. So if you're gonna collect everybody, then you have to be like in the comic book. You have to the brain.
If we're gonna start talking about if we're gonna start talking about Justice League, we can just go on a whole other story.
But
how they ruined that entire timeline and everything. But let's not talk about that.
But in that movie, Batman in that movie. He's trying to collect everybody but he's not being the Batman that he's in the comic book, who is a little more centered or cold. Sometimes he's too cold for people.
Which Batman had the nipples in the suit? Was that Clooney?
That was Clooney.
Was that?
I'm right out of the hop. You got to write off Clooney and Kilmer. They're not even in.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say West. Those three are just not in.
I mean, not the best.
You won't write. No, you can't
Well,
write off.
West was made for TV. He's not a movie. You know, like even if I
On-screen
think they would have done
TV series, right?
I know, but if they would have done a movie of Batman in that time, I think it still would have been better than that TV
But they
episode.
did.
of
No,
Batman.
they did a movie with him, and then
Yeah.
they made that series. They actually.
Yes, that is true.
So,
yes,
but it was
but
a
that's
product
like,
of their times because there was a lot of not only James Bond but a lot of James Bond
yes.
like movies.
But
no?
that-
Like
but that
super
movie-
detectives, spy detectives. No, like,
Was that movie made
super campy.
before the TV series or
I think
in,
it was. I think. Or
in
in
time
I
with the
think in
TV
between.
series?
I think
Because
in
it
between.
I think in
looks
between.
In between.
exactly
Yeah, maybe in
like
between.
a long TV episode.
Yeah, it was
You know
like
what
a
I
long
mean?
TV.
No, it was. It was like a made-for-TV movie that like.
And,
Yeah, exactly.
But it was-
all
it
the
was-
all
it's
the
a movie.
enemies were in the same.
Yeah, but it's
No.
not Scarface, you know what I mean? In that same regard, right? So if they would have made it to be more like that type of idea, more like a movie rather than a TV movie, you know what I mean? I think it would have been
Okay.
better and less campy than what it was. Yes, I understand that they did
Yeah.
make that movie. I forgot at the moment. But TV in general, for that daytime TV type thing.
To me, the best Batman is animated series Batman.
Yeah, I think
If
we're
we're
all in
gonna go-
agree. I think we're all in agreement of
If we're
that.
gonna
Yeah.
go with across platforms like that, without including comics, because the series
Yes.
is just
Yeah, I would say
it
that.
lasted a long
It's
time.
it's
it was
insane.
well done.
it's insane.
It
And
lasted
they-
5 years? We watched it for
Maybe,
5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that.
And you
was-
have time to flesh out the character when you have like that
Yeah.
kind of time.
And we're all sort of in agreement as well about
Bale probably is the second.
Bale being live action Batman
Yep.
being the best portrayal.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Keaton
I'm-
right behind
I'm
it because
I'm conflicted.
why?
Keaton.
Keaton, maybe.
I totally
Yeah, I would be
agree.
biased, but
because
I'm saying
I like the
yeah,
action
because
more in the
I-
new ones than
yeah,
the
it's
the
the
action
90s.
back
I watched
in
it
the
in the
Keatons.
90s. I was in
Yes.
school, late 80s.
like Keaton just looks like when you see him in the Bat Cave sitting in that chair working at the Bat computer, that is perfect old school Batman.
Sure.
Yes, it is pretty good. But like you're saying, the action in the new ones, just because it's more modern and
It's
and
more
everything
modern.
else,
It has that going for it.
But the who was the
And it's
director?
more
Who was the
grounded.
director for
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton, right? His
First year.
darkness that he adds
Oh,
to
no,
it,
it's insane.
adds to it in the practical effects, not so much in like the Hollywood green screen that we
Right.
have nowadays. That very
Right.
practical and everything back then. You know what I mean? So very dark and adding to that. I
So
really love that.
I think probably many of the problems of Batman was that people wanted to recreate Burton, but his style is his style. No?
Yeah, exactly.
So and finally, when Nolan was getting this thing, I think he from the beginning knew that he wanted to do this kind of trilogy.
Yeah.
So the third movie, when you see it just as a standalone, many people is like, I don't like it, but you have to see it as a completion of a trilogy. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
you know, so
No,
it makes
100%.
sense in that
Yeah.
regard. That
And it's
you know,
very difficult
because they.
to
But why?
top the
Once
Dark
again,
Knight.
why did
That's
it?
right.
Why is
Very
one of the
difficult.
few movies that DC Comics has put out that works? The reason why, and not all the other movies work, is because they have time to flesh out the character. Batman had time to be you see him as a person first, trying to find himself.
Yeah.
But you see that he becomes Batman. No? So before, when finally he's Batman, now you have put a lot of yourself into that character. No? So now it's like, okay, shit, whatever.
But that's the thing.
In the other,
though, it's
all
very-
the other movies, it's like this
it's
Batman
very
is okay.
difficult-
We
it's
have
very-
we have Ben Affleck on a costume, in a Batman costume. Get enjoy it. But everybody knows that he's fucking Ben
No, I know.
Affleck. So no, you're gonna have to do something to give me the character so we can be like, oh, he's Bruce Wayne. Because if not, it's just Ben Affleck on a Batman costume, and that's what they're doing. There's like this guy on a Superman costume. This
I
guy
think it's
on
a good looking Batman costume. Though.
I like it.
I like the
it.
armor.
Oh, no,
look
It's
to
just the
it, so
character.
They got that
haven't-
right.
They haven't
characters,
fleshed. Yeah,
the
no,
problem is the character.
money and everything is too dark. All the movies are too dark. They want to do the whole Nolan. All of them want to do that shit. You know?
My argument with Keaton is because of the style, the dark style.
You
That's
prefer
it.
the dark style.
I think it's better.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
for
I think
Batman,
it's
yeah,
better.
of
But
course,
at the
Batman,
same
it
time,
works,
I
yeah.
appreciate Christian Bale's portrayal because of the trilogy,
Yeah.
and having the Dark Knight is like the,
The Dark Knight was
top
really
10
good.
movie.
Different universe. If they would have had Christian Bale's Batman before Michael Keaton's, would you appreciate Michael Keaton, Tim Burton Batman nowadays? Like if they would have had that one first and they just came out with Michael Keaton, Tim Burton Batman, would you be like, oh no, it's still way better than
Yeah, well, that's like
Christian
what-
Bale?
what-
Or
But it
is
would
it
be the-
just because we're so
What are we fucking with
attached,
continuity?
because we're so attached to that at a young age. You know what I mean? Being
know
the
exactly
first
what you're
one
talking
and
about.
being so
I guess
good
I know what you're
that we have it on this pedestal. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
The
Because I was gonna say I'm biased. If you asked me some time ago, I would say Keaton all the time, just because I'm biased.
Yeah.
Because I was in high school. It's
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of the first movies I saw, Batman. So it's always gonna be like I want Keaton. But right now, in retrospective, I'm watching all the movies. Bale movies has been
Yes.
out there for a while now, so I have
Yeah.
time to, kind of like.
Like all the
take it
characters
all
in the Tim Burtons are
The
very
animated,
stylized for sure.
The animated
because that's
also
what he
came out in the
does.
90s, so I have time to take it all in, so I can kind of like say, all right, I know I'm biased and I will always love Keaton, but like I'm saying, it could be, if I'm real, it has to be Bale. No? Just because, once again, they have
Yeah.
the time to flesh out those characters.
And I think
in that trilogy that Keaton didn't, because those movies that Keaton did were kind of like standalone, no? Like they weren't super connected to each other. No? They were like, okay, this thing happened, but Nolan was doing this movie knowing that this second movie
Well,
was
yeah.
going to be connected to the third one. So, no?
may I? Is it because Michael Keaton didn't do a third?
Maybe.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? You just
Maybe.
get that whole, maybe it would have pushed it over if he would have done a third movie where,
The second one
most
is not bad.
superheroes.
It's like it's good.
The second one's
but once
amazing.
again, it's a little more.
Second
He
one's
gets
amazing.
even more Burton-esque. So
Yes.
people are like,
Burton-esque,
oh,
yes.
that's. People started going like a little more back and say, hey, that's not too Batman, because it's more too
Yes.
unreal. I
Yes.
want more reality or whatever. But if
But
you
I-
appreciate Burton, then you're gonna love that movie.
Well,
The
it's
second
more
one is-
stylized. Like
Yeah.
it's the first
Stylized.
stylized movie. Like,
For sure.
from the
He had
Penguin
more
to
creative
Well, the
freedom.
Catwoman's
Catwoman.
woman's
It's like,
costume
Oh
is
my
like
God,
amazing. you know?
amazing.
It just looks
How many
awesome and
times as a young man?
It represents no. It also it represents her frame of mind.
Oh yeah.
And you don't even have to know how she's thinking. You just see the costume and say, "Oh, this fucking girl is fucked up."
Michelle
No?
Pfeiffer, right?
Yes, of course.
As Selena Kyle, yes, her drinking the milk with the cat, waking up in her kitchen,
falling
like
down the
amazing, right? Amazing.
So when you see all this, the costume it represents how she's
yeah,
fracturing her mind too. So
Yeah.
that's
Yes.
Burton. So you
yes,
appreciate all
way
that,
better costume than the newer Catwoman, whatever her name is.
Anne Hathaway?
Anne
Yeah,
Hathaway's.
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
Still look great, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but the costume from Tim Burton's is
Well,
The Anne Hathaway was a throwback to the very
Yes.
originals, no?
Yes.
Kind of all super original.
Yeah, and then you have Halle Berry.
All right, so
Yeah, Halle Berry,
okay.
who wants to talk about
Batman
Halle Berry?
animated series. Close tie between Michael Keaton and Christian Bale.
Yeah, I mean, perdón.
Well,
I would say
you
Bale.
three are Bale, so like I'm gonna go. I'll go
Actually,
with
I'm
Bale.
animated
Democracy.
series for the best.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
we all
for Batman,
agree.
yeah.
We all
I
agree.
think after that, it doesn't matter.
We
got
all
it.
agree animated series is probably our favorites, and
Yeah.
then Christian
I go for Bale.
and Keaton, depending on
Keaton.
where you want to
Keaton.
go style-wise.
The democracy is a democracy.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
So
Thanks,
there you
guys.
So there you go. Those are our picks for the best on-screen Batman. Let us know in the comments below what you think. Join in. Do you prefer on-screen live or on-screen animated? Thanks for watching. See you next time.